Roxy finishes it up today. Ooh, yeah. Hey, Dermot, I'm joining the 50 Club on Thursday. Scream emoji. Hope you had a fantastic birthday. I have my head buried deep in a final assignment for a further education course I stupidly decided to do never again. Loving the tunes, Claire from Bolton. Thank you, Claire. Wish my darling husband Malcolm 20th anniversary today. Celebrating it by driving from Northumberland to Portsmouth and home again, delivering 2 lovely cast iron benches sold to some lovely customers for our antiques business. Couldn't imagine a better life on the road with my fabulous husband. What a lovely text, Pat. Wish my son, Patrick Hennigan, good luck today in his Gaelic football match at the Campion School in Hornchurch. He's just got back from a week away with his classmates at St Mary's RC and is shattered but doesn't want to let his teammates down. Lovely to hear that, Carmel. It's a proud mum. Can we get a shout out? We're just setting off on our 12-hour journey from Nairn in Scotland back to South Wales. Been a fantastic road trip around Scotland. Very dear friends Joe and David Welsh. Massive thanks to David for being the driver for the last 17 days. The scenery was amazing. The company was priceless. Having a Radio 2 on the whole way. Shazza and Nige Keeley, thank you guys. And finishing up with the last leg on a journey home. Being met by my lovely wife in Elgin. The train trip to Aberdeen. Before that, 7-hour ferry from Kirkwall in Orkney. That's from Penlington. Thank you so much for listening today. Oh, our wedding plug item's still open for next week. Dermot at bbc.co.uk if you'd like to be one of our bridesmaids. So Ian McKellen and Roger Allen on the show next week. Our thanks to Phil Dunster. Claudia's coming up in just a tick. Have yourselves a very good Saturday. Here's the news.
This is Radio 2.
On BBC Sounds.
And on your smart speaker.
Play BBC Radio 2.
BBC News at 10 o'clock. This is Catherine Cracknell. A Freedom of Information request has revealed the Post Office used racist language to describe sub-postmasters who were being investigated during the Horizon computer scandal. Flaws in the IT system led to more than 700 people being prosecuted for false accounting. The newly released documents show fraud investigators were asked to organise suspects by their racial group. The Post Office has apologised. Adib Sethi, who's been representing his parents throughout the scandal, says this is just another in a string of revelations.
We're partly not surprised, but it's just becoming a drip feed of scandal after scandal. And it's almost like give it a couple of weeks and we're going to hear something else that's equally as disturbing as this. And it seems to be a continual issue. And this was from a Freedom of Information Act. This wasn't the Post Office coming out saying, oh, we've messed up. This was only because somebody dug into it and found the information, basically.
Passengers arriving at airports in the UK are facing long queues after all e-passport gates stop working. The Home Office says it's working to minimise disruption. Lucy Morton is from the Immigration Services Union, says Border Force officers won't be able to check every passport by hand.
The way the border is configured and staffed now is to allow for something like, depending on the airport, 60 to 80% of travelling passengers will go through e-gates. So we don't have the numbers of staff on duty. We don't have the physical space of the desks. There's no impact on national security, but it will build queues, and that in itself builds its own set of problems.
Travellers at the port of Dover, meanwhile, are experiencing delays after the French system for checking passports failed earlier this morning. It's now been fixed, but the port authorities say it'll take some time to clear the backlog. One of Ukraine's top security officials has told the BBC the country's forces are ready to launch a counter-offensive against Russia. Alexei Danilov says it's a historic opportunity which Ukraine can't afford to lose. ITV says it feels badly let down by the presenter Philip Schofield after he admitted lying to conceal a relationship with a younger colleague on This Morning. The broadcaster says it'll no longer work with him. Mr. Schofield says the relationship was unwise but not illegal. Our media editor Katie Razzle says the story reflects wider trends in the industry.
It speaks to some of the issues society's been re-examining in recent years, most particularly what's acceptable in the workplace, the protections in place when it comes to power imbalances in workplace relationships, where one person is a high-profile presenter at the top of their profession, as he is, and the other is many years younger and at the very start of their career with very little agency. This isn't just about a TV presenter and his personal behaviour and professional conduct. It's also about his employer.
A man from California who won almost £1 billion in a lottery is being sued by someone who claims he stole the winning ticket.